Warriors NRL Fanatics here back today with my Betfred Super League tips for round 3. Now, let's get into it. So the first game, it all starts on Thursday night there in England, which will be a Friday morning here in Australia, here in Queensland for me. It is the Leeds Rhinos versus Catalan Dragons. Leeds Rhinos are currently 0-2 to start the season. A team which I'm expecting to do well this year, and a bit of a shock that they're 0-2 to start the year. Look, they lost 34 points to 12 to the Wigan Warriors up there at the DW Stadium last week. As for Catalan Dragons, they're coming for 24 points to 22 to win over Wakefield Trinity. So a very tough game there for Catalan Dragons. And look, in this game, it is a very hard one to call, but I'm going to go with Leeds Rhinos. I think they will get their first win of the season. They are very desperate, and I'm going to pick them to get the victory over the Catalan Dragons here. I think it'll be a very close game. I'm going to go with a Leeds Rhinos victory by 8 points over the Catalan Dragons. On to the next game. It sees Wigan Warriors versus Huddersfield Giants. Now, this game has been played at the DW Stadium there, so the Wigan Warriors home ground, and it's kickoff of 8 o'clock in England, 8 o'clock PM. Here in Australia, here in where I am in Queensland, it is at 6 AM Queensland time on Friday morning. Now, for the Wigan Warriors, they had a very impressive victory last week. They're currently at 2-0 to start the season. For me, I'm a little bit surprised by Wigan's start to the year. I didn't expect them to start this well. Now, the Huddersfield Giants, they started the season pretty decently as well. They're going along well, and I reckon this is going to be a very hard game to tip. And look, it's a Wigan Warriors home game. They really should win this one, but don't be surprised if Huddersfield give it a good fight in this. And I'm going to tip the Wigan Warriors to win here to go 3-0 to start the season. And I think they'll win this one in a very close game. I think this will be a bit close, actually. And I'm expecting this to be a good contest. I'll go Wigan Warriors to win by 4 points. And I think they will get their third win of the season over the Huddersfield Giants. On to the next game. It is on Friday the 25th of February. So that's Friday night in England at 8 o'clock there. It's on Sky Sports for those in the UK. And this game has been played on a Saturday morning here in Australia, here in Queensland. So, look, it is Hull Kingston Rovers versus Castleford Tigers. And I've got to say, for both these teams, have been very disappointing. For me, I had more expectations on Hull Kingston Rovers going into this year. And you know what? If Hull Kingston Rovers don't win this game at home, they could be 0-3 to start the season. And for a team that's made the top 4 last year and had a very good season last year, that would be very disappointing for them. Castleford Tigers, look, I don't think they're going to do really well this year. I didn't pick them to do very well this year. So, to me, I'm not really surprised with their start of the year. I'm more surprised by Hull Kingston Rovers' start. And look, I find this game very hard to call because I don't know which team's going to turn up on the day and play well. Both teams have been disappointing for the first 2 rounds of the season, and both will be desperate to get off the mark and get their first win of the Betfred Super League season. So, I'm going to back Hull KR again for the 3rd week in a row. I know I backed them the first 2 weeks and I got the tip wrong, but yeah, I'm going to back Hull KR in here. I just think they should be more desperate. They should be winning this game, and I think they will win this game. And I'm going to tip them to win it by 12. I think they should win by 12 over Castleford Tigers. On to the second game on Friday night there in England. Saturday morning here in Australia. It sees St Helens, the three-peat Super League champions, the current champions, take on Wakefield Trinity, and this is at the Totally Wicked Stadium. So this game will be around about 6 AM kickoff here in Queensland, 8 p.m. in England. Now, St. Helens definitely showed their class last week against my St. Helens. As much as it pains me to say, St. Helens, they were too good on the day, and Hull FC just didn't have enough for them in the snowy conditions there at Hull FC's home ground. And St. Helens come into this game with a good start to the season, showing why they are the champions and the team to beat going into this season. As for Wakefield Trinity, the first 2 weeks of the Super League competition, Wakefield have come very close to getting their first win against Hull FC, and the second round last week against Catalan Dragons, where they were so close to getting an upset over the Catalan Dragons in France. Now, St. Helens should win this easily. They should win it comfortably, and I can't see Wakefield coming close to St. Helens in this game. They should have far too much class. They've got the players in their side, and they should win this easily. So St. Helens to win. I like St. Helens to win by 46 points. I think they'll be far too good for Wakefield Trinity in this one at the Totally Wicked Stadium. On to the next game. It sees Hull FC, the Black and Whites, versus Salford Red Devils, and this is on Saturday afternoon in England. So it's a 3 p.m. kickoff there. Sunday morning, on the early hours of Sunday morning here in Australia and Queensland. That'll be 1 a.m. here, 3 o'clock there in England. And this game has been played at MKM Stadium, Hull FC's home ground. Both these teams have coming off completely different results last week. Salford Red Devils coming off a good victory to make it 2-0 to start the season. Hull FC coming off a very, very disappointing performance against St. Helens, the 3-time Super League champions. They were far too good for Hull FC. I think, their discipline, the amount of penalties they gave away, the red card to Luke Gale didn't help as well. And, they made a lot of errors as well. So Hull FC only have themselves to blame, so they can't, blame the officials for that result because they weren't good enough on the day. So, I think this game's very difficult to call, and I know Salford probably go into this game as favourites because they've won 2 games to start the season, because they've had a good start to the year. And, look, I know a lot of people say Salford, they didn't beat the top teams and that, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and you got to give credit to Salford on a good start to the year. But for Hull FC, I'm going to back the boys in here to bounce back, get a victory at home. I think we'll be much better. We are going to miss Luke Gale. It is a massive blow. Luke Gale out for the next couple of weeks due to that red card. And look, Jake Connor should be back in this one. So I'm going to go and pick Hull FC to win this. I'm back the boys in here to win. The Black and Whites to get the result. Get a win, a morale boosting win after their last week's disappointing results. So Hull to win by 8 points over Salford. On to the next game. It sees Toulouse Olympic versus Warrington Wolves. And this game has been played at Toulouse's home ground there. So game is 6 o'clock p.m. UK time, Saturday night. So that'll be early hours of the morning here in Australia on Sunday morning at 3 a.m. So, look, I'm just going to get this straight and simple. Warrington Wolves should win this game, and I'm going to say the Warrington Wolves to win this by... I'm going to go Warrington to win it by 50 points. I think they'll be far too good for Toulouse Olympic, and they should get another victory in the Super League this season. So, Warrington Wolves for me in this one. And that wraps up my Betfred Super League tips for round 3. Let me know your tips and who you're picking for these games in the comment section below. And also, don't forget, if you're watching this video and you haven't done so already, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below, because it helps out the channel massively in terms of growing. And yeah, look, it's also would be much appreciated as well. So subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss the notification when I do a new video, and click the like button on the video, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.